Hello, everyone. Dear viewers of the channel, I am Helena, the Guardian of Secrets, a researcher of mystical phenomena, and here with me is Vadim, a historian interested in folk culture.
And as always, I'm ready to dissect the seemingly unexplainable with a good dose of critical thought. Helena, what dark corners of Ukrainian folklore are we exploring today?
Today, Vadim, we're going to Odessa, the Pearl by the Sea, but not for its sunny beaches. We're delving into one of its most chilling legends, the Staircase of the Dead, or as some locals whisper, the Stairs of Death.
Ah, Odessa, a city with a rich, if sometimes turbulent history. I'm intrigued. Staircase of the Dead certainly paints a grim picture. Is this a specific, well-known landmark, or more of a local whispered tale?
It's very real, Vadim, and it's a place many locals avoid after dusk. While Odessa boasts its famous Potemkin stairs, there's another, much older, less grand stone staircase tucked away in the older, forgotten parts of the city. The stories claim that over centuries, an uncanny number of people have met tragic ends on these steps. Unexplained falls, sudden heart attacks, even peculiar disappearances attributed to some unseen force. The ground beneath them feels heavy, and the air grows cold, regardless of the season, a palpable dread that clings to you.
Unexplained falls and peculiar disappearances are often attributed to poor lighting, uneven steps, or perhaps the influence of a celebratory Odessan evening, Helena. While I don't doubt people have met unfortunate fates there, as they have on countless old, poorly maintained staircases worldwide, attributing it to a mystical curse seems a leap without specific, verifiable evidence. What historical records do we have of these tragic incidents? Or are we relying solely on passed-down narratives?
That's where the oral tradition comes in, Vadim. Generations of Odessans have passed down tales of people losing their footing for no apparent reason, of sudden vertigo striking them halfway down, or feeling an unseen push. But beyond the accidents, there's the truly bizarre element, the mystical acoustics. It's said that if you stand at the bottom on a quiet night, you can hear faint whispers, sometimes desperate pleas, or even the echo of footsteps ascending or descending when no one else is around. And if you're brave enough to stand in the middle, they say your own voice warps, becoming distorted, like you're speaking from another dimension.
The acoustics, now that's something we can analyze. Old stone structures, especially those winding down a slope or between narrow buildings, are notorious for creating unusual sound phenomena. Echoes, reverberations, and even specific wind patterns can generate natural whispers or distort sound. The shape of the walls, the type of stone, even humidity and the presence of small alcoves can play a significant part in creating these effects. This isn't necessarily mystical, Helena, it's physics. As for the feeling of being pushed or experiencing vertigo, that could be psychosomatic, especially if you approach a place already expecting something sinister due to deeply ingrained local legends. Our minds are incredibly powerful storytellers.
But Vadim, it's more than just echoes. People report specific phrases, sometimes in old Ukrainian dialects no longer widely spoken, or mournful cries that resonate deeply within your soul, not just your ears. It's as if the stones themselves remember the pain and fear of those who suffered there, trapping their last moments in an eternal auditory loop. It's the energy of human suffering imprinted onto the very fabric of the place, crying out for acknowledgement. This isn't just about acoustics, it's about the emotional residue, the collective memory made manifest.
Emotional residue is a fascinating concept, and one that resonates deeply in folklore across cultures. From a historical perspective, a place like an old, perhaps neglected staircase could have been a site of significant events. Odessa has seen its share of unrest, revolutions, repressions, wartime skirmishes, even widespread epidemics. Imagine if, during a period of terror or hardship, people were indeed pursued or met their tragic end on those steps. The memory of such events, passed down through generations, could easily imbue the place with a profound psychological and emotional weight. The stories become a way to acknowledge past suffering, a cultural memory, rather than a literal haunting.
But what if it's both, Vadim? What if the collective memory, the sheer weight of belief, and the repeated tragedies have created a kind of psychic vortex, amplifying whatever inherent strangeness the place possesses? I spoke to an elderly woman, a babusia, who lived near those stairs for 80 years. She told me her own grandmother warned her never to count the steps, or the dead would count you among them. This isn't just history, it's a living, breathing warning passed down through generations, shaping behavior and belief.
The dead would count you among them. That's a classic example of a protective taboo, often designed to keep children from dangerous places or to enforce respect for sacred or historically significant sites. Not counting steps can be a way to avoid attention to oneself, or even a symbolic act of not tempting fate. It's cultural symbolism, a narrative built around a real hazard. The staircase is likely old, possibly steep, perhaps poorly maintained. Accidents happen. The legend gives those accidents meaning and a mechanism for remembrance, creating a powerful cultural landmark.
And that meaning is what matters. It's not about disproving every whisper, but understanding why these stories persist. They are anchors to our past, echoes of our ancestors' fears and beliefs, and a connection to something beyond the purely material. To dismiss them as mere physics or psychology is to lose a piece of our spiritual heritage, to sever a vital thread of our identity. I truly believe that by sharing these legends, we keep a vital part of the Ukrainian soul alive. We keep the magic alive.
I agree that these stories are incredibly valuable, Helena, not necessarily as literal truth, but as rich cultural artifacts that illuminate the human condition. They tell us about human psychology, about how communities cope with tragedy and fear, and how they imprint meaning onto their environment. The Staircase of the Dead might be a place where the physical quirks of architecture create unusual acoustics, and where historical suffering has been woven into a powerful cautionary tale. It's a profound narrative, a testament to the human need to explain the inexplainable and to remember.
Precisely. It's a place where the veil between worlds feels thinner, where the past whispers into the present. And whether you believe in spirits or merely the profound power of collective memory, the haunting effect is undeniable.
So, the double conclusion for today, I suppose, is that the Staircase of the Dead is a fascinating blend of architectural acoustics, historical human tragedy, and profound cultural symbolism, all combining to create a truly chilling, unforgettable legend. A place where our rational minds can explain much, yet our human spirit still shivers.
Exactly. And for all of you listening, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever visited a place that just felt eerie? Or perhaps you have your own local legends of haunted staircases. Share your stories and theories in the comments below. Your experiences are a vital part of this ongoing conversation.
Indeed, your perspectives enrich our understanding. And if you enjoyed today's journey into the mystical, or perhaps the scientifically intriguing, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into Ukrainian folklore. Join us next time for more fantastic tales and fascinating discussions.